What's up, all you cool cats and kittens? I'm Ryan with Reaper Off-Road. Today I'm going to introduce our newest product for the full-size 2021 and up Ford Bronco. These are available for two-door and four-door applications. These products will not only give you easier access to your vehicle, but they are fabricated with the same strength and durability that you've come to expect from a Reaper product. We use 2-inch tubing with 1/8-inch wall thickness and additional welded-in internal bracing for extra strength. This kit has a bolt-on tread plate and a color customizable logo backing plate that you can use to match your vehicle or accent any way that you choose. And of course, this kit is coated with our 2-stage coating for that texture and extra durability. And the kit is designed for an easy bolt-on installation. There's no vehicle modification required. Another unique feature that you'll notice here is that we give you 2 options for your mounting height. You can choose to mount directly to the original mounting points on the vehicle for a high clearance option. With this option, the rail will be mounted tight to the body for the best off-road clearance and protection while covering the pinch weld and cleaning up the overall look of your vehicle. This kit includes these drop brackets that will lower your mounting height by 4 inches. This is a great option for someone with a high lift height or someone just looking for an easy entry step to get in and out of their vehicle. So now that we've covered the product, let's get out there and install it. Let's go. All right, so our first step is going to be to disassemble any OEM hardware or rails that are attached. The steps might vary depending on any trim level changes or optional equipment that you may have installed. So first we'll cover assembly if you are going without the drop brackets. First step is to lay out all the pieces, separate your driver's side pieces versus your passenger side parts. Just in case it's a little difficult to distinguish driver versus passenger, for each side there will be one bracket that will point towards the rear of the vehicle and all the rest will point towards the front of the vehicle. So again, this one here is a driver's side and this one here would be a passenger side. And then just to help with any other confusion, you can refer to your bill of materials. Each item in the list is numbered, and you'll see the diagram down below that'll help you sort it out. So now that you got the parts sorted out, you're going to want to assemble the correct top piece with the rail. You'll see that there are studs pressed into the top plate. You're going to want to line up the stud with the holes. Line it up and just let it fall into place there. So with the top plate on, go ahead and flip the rail upside down so you can see the studs. Secure each side with 6 washers and 6 nuts, then tighten it with a 7/16" socket. Next, you'll want to install the accent plate onto the studs. Go ahead and secure that with 2 washers and 2 nuts and tighten again with a 7/16" socket. Now that the rail's assembled, go ahead and get a friend to help you lift the driver's side rail up into position on the driver's side of the vehicle. The mounting brackets will slide around the pinch weld. While holding it in place, install 3 M10 bolts with 3 washers to secure the brackets to the vehicle's mounting points. Do not fully tighten yet. You're going to want to leave it a little loose, kind of wiggle it into place and get everything aligned first. Secure the brackets to the pinch weld by installing 6 1/4-inch screws with 12 washers and 6 nuts. Again, don't fully tighten yet. Now that all the hardware is installed on the side, go back to the M10 hardware and fully tighten those using a 17mm socket. And then now you can go back and tighten up the 1/4-inch hardware with a 7/16" socket and 7/16" wrench. And then go ahead and repeat the same steps for the passenger side rail to complete the installation. And then if you choose to assemble with the lowering brackets, you'll want to still lay out the pieces, separate driver and passenger side, go through the same steps to attach the top plate and the accent plate to the rails, and then we'll pick up with installing the drop brackets. Let's talk about steps, baby. Let's talk about Broncos and Jeeps. It's a real song, right? Okay, so to use the drop brackets, you'll start by installing them at each location to the mounting bracket that is welded to the rail. Go ahead and insert your hardware, of course using the bolts, washers, and nuts. You'll want to install the nuts and washers at this point, but leave them a little bit loose for adjustment later. On a 4-door, the middle bracket will have 2 mounting holes. This is the same bracket that's the rear on a 2-door. You only need to use the 1 bolt location on that bracket. So our next step is going to be installing the rail to the vehicle. And again, with the help of a friend, go ahead and lift the rail up into position on the driver's side. The drop brackets will each align to 2 mounting points on the vehicle. You will use 6 M10 bolts and 6 washers to secure the brackets in position. And again, that 2-hole bracket, you'll see that only 1 hole lines up. You only need to use the 1 hole at each level. And then again, as a good practice, go ahead and just leave those bolts loose at this point until they are all installed. Once everything is installed, you can go back and tighten all the M10 hardware using a 17mm socket, and then go on to the 1/4" hardware and tighten using a 7/16 socket and a 7/16 wrench. And then again, repeat the steps for the passenger side to complete the install. I feel like we've bonded during this install. Thanks for coming over to my home. Yeah, I live here. I'm not allowed to go home. This is actually a cage in a basement. Go ahead and turn the camera the other way so they can see the door. I am chained to the floor right now. Click the button down below to subscribe. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, OnlyFans, Patreon.